Most men think leadership is about making the right moves, but real leadership, it's about how you move when the pressure is on. Because let me tell you something, every man will be tested, and most, they fail. If you run a business, lead a family, or just want to command more respect, you will be tested in ways you don't even see coming. And if you don't know how to pass those tests, you lose respect, you lose control, and eventually you lose everything. Today, I'm breaking down the leadership test, the silent challenges that determine whether you rise as a true commander or stay stuck as another man who folds under pressure. So let's see where you stand. First test, how do you handle a crisis? The men who crack under pressure are the ones who were never leading in the first place. Let's say your business takes a hit. Maybe your revenue drops. Maybe a deal falls through. Maybe your team screws something up. What did you do? Do you react emotionally, getting pissed, blaming people, scrambling for quick fixes? Do you collapse inward, start overthinking, doubting yourself, waiting for things to magically fix themselves? Or do you step up, assess the field and execute without breaking composure? See, here's the truth. Chaos and crisis, they don't build leaders, they expose them. If you want to pass this test, you need to train yourself to detach, step back, observe, make decisions from strategy, not emotion. Because the man who controls his mind controls the battlefield. The second test is, can you hold frame when she tests you? Your woman will test you, and how you respond will determine if she respects you or not. Every man will be tested in his relationships, and if you don't know how to handle it, you'll lose respect faster than you even realize. When she is emotional, do you calm the storm or do you get pulled into it? When she challenges your decisions, do you explain yourself like a boy or stand firm like a man? When she withdraws, do you chase her or hold your ground? See, most men fail this particular test because they don't understand what's actually happening. Your woman tests you, and they're not random tests. They're her way of saying, is this man truly solid? Can I trust him to lead, or will he buckle? If you fail this test, you lose her trust. And once trust is gone, respect is next. And when respect is gone, the relationship is just waiting to die. So if you want to pass, stop explaining yourself. Stop reacting emotionally. Stop negotiating your own authority. Hold your frame and let her feel your leadership. Third test is, do you run towards discomfort or away from it? The uncomfortable conversations you avoid are the ones that will define you. Most men avoid the hard conversations, the hard decisions, the hard truths. They convince themselves it's not the right time, when the truth is, they're just scared. You avoid firing that weak team member because it's uncomfortable. You avoid telling your wife what you really want because it's uncomfortable. You avoid setting clear boundaries because you don't want conflict. But guess what? Every time you avoid discomfort, you trade short-term ease for long-term suffering. Because the truth you refuse to face today will come back as much of a bigger problem tomorrow. The men who pass this test, they attack the discomfort head on because they know pressure doesn't break you, avoiding pressure does. The fourth test is, can you operate without external validation? Most men are ruled by their need to be liked. Commanders don't care. They execute. Well, let me ask you something. Would you still make the same decisions if nobody clapped for you? If nobody saw it? If nobody approved? Would you still train like a beast if no one gave you credit? Would you still make the hard call in business if it pissed people off? Would you still lead your relationship the right way if it meant your woman pushed back? Most men fold under this. They need approval. They need to be liked. They hesitate because they're afraid of pushback. Commanders, they don't give a fuck. They do what needs to be done, whether people like it or not. And if you want to pass this test, you need to stop playing for an applause and start playing for execution. Now, the final challenge, did you pass? Most men will fail these tests, but will you? So now you've been through the 4 tests or you've seen them. The real question is, did you pass? Or did this just call you out? Because here's the truth. Most men will fail these. Most men will stay reactive. They'll keep folding under pressure. They'll keep chasing validation. They'll keep avoiding the uncomfortable work the real leadership requires. But if you're the kind of man who refuses to be like most men, then it's time to execute. DM the word command on Instagram now. Let's have a talk. And if you're ready, let's execute.